Aloha, my name is Napua Hueu. I'm going to leave my camera off just for optimal connectivity from East Maui. I am the administrator and community coordinator for Hana Highway Regulation, a civil volunteer organization that has been doing data collection in East Maui since 2016. I've testified many of times on a lot of visitor-related issues. Our organization had focused primarily on the Hana Highway. When budget funding was earmarked for visitor management along the Hana Highway a few years ago, our organization did not have a nonprofit status at the time, and we approached a number of Maui Island-based nonprofits to serve as the fiscal sponsor of the funds, one of them being Maui Visitors Bureau, who was unable to work with us at that time for a various amount of reasons. We ultimately lost access to the funds when Kalani English appropriated them to a mainland-based nonprofit to build out the Wainapanapa State Park reservation system, and I'm still unaware as to how county funds were used to serve state park needs. As you know, East Maui shoulders the brunt of impact related to the visitor industry on Maui. We are among the top 3 reasons why visitors choose to come to Maui. I'm exhausted to imagine that we will have to vie and compete for fiscal support among other nonprofits in East Maui to garner support for our solutions, which were curated from our data, which Meagan will confirm she relied largely on our reports to articulate the issues and hotspots presented in MVB's slides today. Linda Clark recently passed a resolution, HCR 29, that calls for all the stakeholders of Hana Highway to work with Hana Highway Regulation in developing a holistic management plan for the Hana Highway. And so I expect MVB to acknowledge the work we've put in over the years and figure out a way to collaborate. I would like to further encourage the council to create a stipulation that these funds, if allocated to MVB, be made accessible to the most proven and effective direct action organizations across Maui County, regardless if these groups are a certified nonprofit or not. There are individuals in the field across our county who do more for visitor management every day than HTA and MVB combined. These are the individuals pointing out no parking signs to prevent traffic hazards before they happen, individuals towing visitors out of ravines with their own vehicles and discouraging them from hiking their children into sites with the largest counts for visitor rescues, injuries, and fatalities. For us here on the Hana Highway, we have a list of prominent resident figures that take it upon themselves almost daily to render intervention for visitors at the various hotspots identified on MVB's presentation. The residents need creative funding support. We are tired of trying to convince MVB to work with us. It should be mandated. If the Visitors Bureau is to receive these funds, there needs to be a stipulation that they are to work with the subject matter experts in the field across Maui County and not do with the funds what they think is best for our communities. I'm concerned with the recent efforts by MVB touted as solutionary, in which they communicated they'd be focusing on increasing visitor messaging and signage when we have already determined through years of field research that rules and signs don't work. I'm going to cut my testimony short, and I just want to say that I expect the county to help configure a way to make funds accessible to the individuals across Maui County who are out in the field every day doing the work to save visitor lives and prevent tragedies from happening while they're on vacation. Mahalo.
Mahalo, Ms. Hueu. Members, questions for our testifier? Member Sinensi.
There, and mahalo Napua for your testimony this afternoon. I was just curious, again, and mahi ai o ke anai, is that you guys or somebody else?
That is somebody else, a group of farmers in Ke'anai.
Okay. You.
Mahalo, Member Sinensi. And Ms. Hueu, if you'd like to submit what you were reading in writing, that would be great to get your testimony in writing.
Will do. Thank you.
Mahalo.
My question for East Maui, you mentioned, so MVB does have funding for some of our nonprofits like Ms. Hueu available? And only because Ms. Hueu has worked for a couple of years and have identified those hot spots, and she had come up with some ideas of how she could address some of those things. So she would be able to apply for some of these funding?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for your question. So we would certainly welcome her participation in the RFP. So at the end of the summer, we'll be working closely with the Hawaii Tourism Authority to facilitate capacity building workshops so that the community in East Maui can increase their capacity to develop stewardship management plans. And so nonprofits from East Maui will be invited to attend. Would love to work with you on this to get the word out, and we'll be doing our best to get the word out as well. And then after those capacity building workshops, then MVCB will be putting out an RFP to the nonprofits based in East Maui. So to speak to her point, we wouldn't be making this invitation open to nonprofits located outside of East Maui. This is definitely going to be community driven. And then, yes, she can certainly participate.
Okay, thank you. And nor would we be creating any steering committees?
That's not in the DMAP, although I have been speaking with East Maui residents individually, and I've been wanting to put together a group just to gather more information about hotspots and get more guidance from the East Maui community itself, because I know there's a lot of different areas out there to be addressed.
Okay, and then where can people see those committees on the DMAP, those DMAP committees? Are they public notice?
I encourage anybody to contact me. I'll put my email address in the chat again. And Councilmember Sinensi, could I contact you with regard to putting together, just as we kind of move forward in this process and navigate it?
Sure thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mahalo, Mr.